Namaskaram. Welcome to
Namaskara.
Veena Tattva Prakashika, one and only conference dedicated to the national instrument Veena. And we have today Vidushi, Revathi Sadashivam, versatile Veena player who hails from the parampara of Muthuswami Dikshitar. We are going to have conversation with her to understand her journey with the Veena. Welcome you very much and we welcome you to the family of Veena Tattva Prakashika, and we are thankful to you for being a part of it.
It's my pleasure that I'm part of this.
To begin with, you started learning at a very young age, isn't it? So can you
Yes.
give us some idea about your learning process, how it started and how it progressed?
Yeah, I was taken to the music class in Calcutta at the age of 7, and my mother wanted me to learn the Veena actually. So, but my guru and sir A. Anantaramayya, he said that first we have to learn the vocal before learning the Veena. So he told me you have to undergo at least 2 years in vocal, and then we can think of starting the Veena. So that is how it started. So that was a very valuable lesson, that we have to know vocal before proceeding to the Veena. And so we get the basic lessons, because we are always, the varisais and the other basic lessons are same for vocal and Veena. So
Correct.
in the same way, we were also taught like that, and it became very easy. And what we learned in 2 months, once we started learning the Veena, we could catch it up within 6 months or so, because it was much easier. And knowing the nuances, the tala, how to put the talam, and so those things became very easy. And then it was uh, a continued journey for, I think, 10-15 years, more than that. And we used to always attend the vocal class and the Veena class whenever we went to the class.
So you had
So
to
it was
with your
mandatory.
complete training under the same guru for 15 years.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So how was the training process with your guru? How did he plan your training?
So in our Vidyalaya, Guru Gana Vidyalaya in Calcutta, there is a very unique teaching methodology, I feel, wherein there was the Swaranyana was given a lot of importance. So he would always sing some akaras and make us play it on the Veena by ourselves. So this was very important for Kelvinyanam, like you hear and play the note and the tune. So simultaneously that was given, as well as the swara patterns, whatever we learned, Geetam and other things. Apart from this, the Swaranyana was very important. Also, along with that, he used to also sing ragas and ask us to identify the raga's name.
Good.
And so this was also going parallelly. And also, there are some raga sancharas, small bits of, more than the arogana, avroganam, small phrases of ragas. So these are very unique to our Vidyalaya, because this was actually composed by the founder of the Vidyalaya, Sri Vidwana Anantakrishna Iyer.
Okay.
So he has, I think, made around 25 raga sancharas in different talams and different tempos also. So like Vasanta, then Kedaram, Manirangu, and such ragas which we are not taught to the beginner. Generally, Shankaravarna, Maya, Malagwale are easy, Kalyani and things. So here there are raga sancharas in like 25 ragams, like Simendra Madhyamam, Todi, Shuruti, all these were taught to us. So along with knowing, how to change the ragas at that basic age, along with that we came to also know how to identify the raga also.
That's a great methodology of training, because you need to understand the if Raga Bhava, without vocalization, you will not be able to present it on the instrument. Because the Raga
Yes.
Bhava comes from within, and you need to have a complete training of it in order to reproduce it on the Veena. Now, your journey started, and probably at the age of 7, after completing of about 2 years, your Veena training started. And did it start with the plucking practices? You have any unique practices that got influenced in your school?
No, in the beginning, it was the usual simple plucking practices only.
Okay.
As we proceeded and we came to, like learning tilanas or something, uh, the katri mette, that techniques and all started. Then the pirichi vasikiradu we say.
Okay.
We just do like this. The
Okay.
briga, the brigas, how do you interpret the brigas in the Veena? So
Okay.
those kind of meters were introduced along with that song, because every song will not have those
Okay.
things. So if that song demanded that, we were taught during that time. In the same way, the gamakas also were slowly introduced based on the ragas.
Okay. After the beginning stage, Gamaka was not introduced. In the later stages, the Gamakas was brought in to teach the Varnams and other higher portions of your learning. So it's a
Yes.
great note to the methodology of training. Now, coming to the point of your learning process, you started learning the Varnams, Kirtanas, everything. So, Kirtana, when it came to Kirtana, how was the Kirtana taught to you? Was it taught with the meaning, or it is taught without the meaning, or something like that?
It was not only the meaning, actually, story used to be told about each Kirtana.
Okay.
Because every time we were taught, especially a Dikshadar Kriti, it used to be sound very interesting because there used to be a story for it.
Can you tell me one
So
story of it, which you remember?
uh, there are a lot of stories attached to it, and
You know
like for
what?
example, the
Okay, let me ask you
Amritavashini.
myself. You know Vatapi Ganapatim Bhajeham. Everybody is very, very familiar
Yes,
with Vatapi Ganapatim Bhajeham. Give me a story about Vatapi
yes.
Ganapatim Bhajeham.
Yeah, so Vatapi Ganapatim is the Kshetra Kriti of Tiruvarur. One of the Shodasha Ganapati Kirtanams of Muthuswami Dikshadhar. And so what is given in the, the Vatapi Ganapati, he would even tell me uh, the description of the Ganesha and where it is found in the temple in Tiruvarur. So all these, the Kshetra, then where it is found, all the linkages to the songs were given. And
Now,
example is Amritavarshini. Suppose you take Ananda Amritavarshini, the rain started with that song. Those things I remember. Then there is the Gaule song like Sri Mahaganapatim, for which there is a very beautiful story.
okay.
Sri Mahaganapatim Ravatuma. In that, that Pullayar was called Maturaita Pullayar.
Okay.
Because the so that is I think Sundaramurti Nayanar or somebody. He had this gold bar. That gold bar, what is the value of the gold bar, was uh, given by the Ganesha himself in the guise of a goldsmith. He came
Okay.
to the rescue of this devotee, and he told that this is the value of the gold. So Matru Uraita Pillayar. So that also is found in the Tiruvarur temple near the tank. So whenever we hear these stories, uh, when we go on to see the temple, when we go for a temple visit, we look out for such places, because Dikshadar Kriti contained and we have been told in the young age. So in this way, our knowledge about all this also improved. What to see in a temple.
So, how has been your practice of Veena during your learning process? How did you plan your practice?
Like our sir used to say that you have to play 50 to 100 times. That's what used to come in his mouth. never it was less than that. So he would always say, you have to practice at least Nuru Darava Vaschindi, you come to the class, he would say. So this is how we used to. Naturally, we wouldn't do 100 times, we would do at least 25 times and go before we finish a song. And more emphasis was given for the Madhyamakala Kritis because it is always difficult to, by heart the Madhyamakala with the Swara notation plus the Sahitya, where to put the correct beat, etc. So he would emphasize on playing the Madhyamakala over and over again, even though you get it correct. Once we get it correct, then we have to check with the Talam, then put the Talam at the right places. So to learn one song, there was a big process. Like you have to know how to play it first, then with Gamaka, then the Ragabhava, then comes the Talam, then Sahityam. And if you know the Sahityam, then the meaning. So this completes this one. And also how you put the Tala for the song. Everything, it takes a month or so, to prepare a song. It was not like one class, one song like that. It used to take some time to prepare a song. So when we were supposed to present it for any program, we had to play many more times to perfect it. So internalizing the song, just keep singing and sing.
Did you love practicing often?
Definitely.
How many times you practiced almost? Because sometimes what happens, the guru persists on the shishya, and the shishya always, what is this? My guru is making me play so many times, and he's not giving me room for anything else. That's kind of attitude nowadays we see in between among the children. During your time, did you think anything like that?
I recall my mother saying that when it was started, the Sadlivarsay and all started, because she had to tell me that. It seems my guru had told, practice 100 times and come like that. And I had a chalk piece and I used to practice that one and write one. So I used to complete the 100 and then go to the class. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to the next class. My mother also was strict at home. So she would say, if you don't practice, don't go to class. And my sir would say that if you don't finish this portion, don't come to the next class. Only when you know you have done your thing and then you come to the class. So we cannot, take so many leave, because at home also they will, insist why you are not going to class. So we had to finish it somehow along with the studies, and we did the practice.
So, obedient student, I tell.
Maybe.
That's nice. It's also a gift to a guru, because getting obedient students is very difficult. Now, see, now you came to a level of concert. You start practicing, and you never thought that you were going to become a professional and become a concert musician?
No. I don't think I was having so much of ambition at that age. Even when I started doing, this Tyagaraja Utsavam, we were made to practice, for 20 minutes we had to play little bit of Mano Dharma, that is a senior slot. So we used to come through all those phases. I never thought that this is going to be my profession. But there was an interest to learn a lot of kritis. And the more kritis were taught, we wanted to learn the next ones. And the very bigger and complicated kritis were kept for seniors. We used to think when the seniors were rendering it in the program, Dikshadhar Utsavam used to be there for 3 days. So we used to always think when I am going to play that. And if we are not supposed to ask that to our sir, you teach this kriti for my next program. It was he who will decide which ragam I should play and what I am capable of learning. So it was he who used to decide that. We cannot go and ask, I need to learn that, this, that.
Oh.
So
a very strict, disciplined way of teaching, and you cannot anytime. Almost all the older generation gurus did not like Shishyas asking, you please teach me that, you please teach me that. And nowadays it is changed. The Shishyas will come and ask you, Guruji, please can you teach me this? Freeness with the Guru is seen very much now. Now coming to the next part of it. Now you always was very disciplined in your practice. You said because you once the guru said 10 times or 100 times, you used to practice at home and go and deliver it. So you remember any instances where your guru said you or scolding you and telling you should இப்படிதான் பண்ணணும், you have to do like this, you are not doing correctly, and this is the way of doing it, and you are not practicing very well. Anything like that? Any instances that you remember where he was very strict upon you?
No. Actually, he would say that you have to practice and come, but next class he used to forget what he asked us to play. So that way we used to escape also.
குருவோட appreciation கிடைச்சிருக்கா?
Definitely. அவர் வந்து எது வாசிச்சாலும் he will appreciate. He will even the raw way, if you play also he will appreciate. If you play very well also he will appreciate. He used to say practice is something that is different, but however you play he will always appreciate us, and he will come for all our concerts. He used to put talam in front of us. I have not seen a guru sitting in front of the student or even down the stage and put talam for the student. He has even sat along with us on the stage to make us that the program should come out well. So he has done that. I feel really blessed that
really
can
blessed,
do that.
because you don't see that many a times, because a guru coming to the concert and sitting before the shishya and putting the tala is rarely seen. It rarely heard also. And very nice to hear these sentences from you. And so a day came where the guru decided that you're going to go on the stage. So what is the second thing that happened?
So when he thinks that a student is ready for a stage performance, he will ask us to play a chamber concert. Okay. So this used to happen in one of the students' house.
What was the first concert?
Any of the students?
You remember? What was your first concert you remember?
Yes, I remember. I mean, you want me to say when I played, or
what was the first concert that you played, and what you remember best out of it?
I played a Todi Ragam, and Sri Krishnam Bhajamanasa was the main piece for that. I remember because it was quite tough for me those days.
Your Guruji came to that concert. Yes. Okay.
He will come. He will come. That was the thing. Okay. He would definitely attend and make us feel very comfortable, and he would come. And that is the time when we were taught Tilana and the other aspects. The concert is complete from Varnam to Tilana, isn't it? So all those pieces, everything used to be taught to us, and it was insisted it should be only a chamber concert first. Okay. And so once we get that experience, then we used to go on public stage.
Okay, then. So that now you have given the concert before the guru, and the guru is sitting in front of you. So he sees all the mistakes. He notes it in his mind. The next class you are going to the guru, what will be the first thing that he will tell you?
He would actually go through it in like a review. Okay. Like he would first say that yes, you played very well, and then after that, one by one, these are the mistakes you can avoid. These are the things you should practice more. Such reviews will happen. And our friends, we had a full group of students who used to attend the other students' concert. So we used to come to know then and there.
Okay.
So we used to discuss that.
I'm very happy to hear these sentences, because it is not easy, and it is only fortunate one will have this opportunity, a guru coming and sitting in the concert and then giving the feedback and telling you don't do this, you do this, next concert you improve like this. Again, next concert he attends your concert and tells what are the lacuna in that, and tells you to improve it. It is not seen very much often. So it's a great thing to hear, and because it's a lesson for all of us that we have to do it also. Now, coming back, now you started giving concerts, and fortunately that you married to a man who is from a Dikshitar family itself. And what was that?
Yeah.
How did it happen?
I don't know. I think my Guru Kataksham, or he selected me, and that's how we got married. My husband is a vocalist, so I we have. I mean, I used to admire his music also. So he's a very good singer.
Was he also from the same place, Calcutta?
He's my Guru's son.
Oh, Guru
Yes.
Putrani Kalyanam Pannandada. That's a great thing. I never knew that. That's a great thing.
Yes.
Guru Kataksham.
Mr. Sadashivam, my husband is A. Anantaraman's son.
Oh, that's great. I never knew that. Really sorry. And that's very nice to hear. And now you have a son who is also a performer. And he is a great, a good musician by the grace of God, and also your elders and everyone. See, music is something which binds people together, which also brings happiness to us and gives lot of things to us which we never expected. Now, Veena is a mother of all instrument. Apparently, it is also a national instrument of India, Bharata. See, from the day you started giving concert, that era, I'm speaking about 30 years back, to now, what is the difference that you see?
When we give concerts, you mean?
I mean, when you started giving concerts, when you were giving 30 years back the concerts, the amount of classism that existed, the amount of the classical crowd you had, and the way that today the concert is presented, what are the changes that you see?
There are a lot of changes, and naturally we adapt to all the changes. First change that I would like to say is, I don't know how it was possible those days. We never used a contact mic for a kacheri. We used to have these standing mics, and I had the very good fortune to play with my guru during the golden jubilee of our Vidyalaya. So we both played. Both of us had a mic each. Then the mridangist, everybody. But it was like I think that the hall was full. It was a big hall, and hall was very full. Everybody could hear the clarity of the veena. Everything was good. We didn't have to use the contact mic. Later on, I switched on to the contact mic. So that is one difference I see, because I think there was pin drop silence in the hall. So there was, I mean, people were not complaining that they could not hear the veena playing. It was very well heard, because we have a record also of that. So it's heard very well. And afterwards, I feel that we are not able to bring out very heavy pieces in our concerts. Very, very heavy pieces. I mean, like say a Navavarnam or a Navagraham piece. We have to play the same piece again and again, like the beginning, people will expect something in Hamsadvani or Nate. Then, so we have to plan the concert according to the public. It is, there are so many kritis which I have never have learned but couldn't play. And ragas also. So then you want to, please the audience sometimes. So you just go with the flow and play all the popular pieces, and people are happy. We are happy. That is one thing. But I feel every time I give a concert, I feel I have to include something new in my concert. It should be either the ragam or new composition. And I keep learning also new compositions, which I don't know all these years. So I keep learning also according to the theme, and I give, because it at least relieves my boredom of presenting the same thing. And the challenges, every composition you may have to, the Manodharma part, I'm saying the Kalpanasuram has to be in a different place rather than always in the same place where you used to do. So we find out the spots where I can do this time, what is more possible in this song. So these are the new things. But I feel definitely people are not so patient to hear a very heavy concert. So I think listeners also looked forward those days to new songs, new items, and all that. And naturally, the knowledge of the Rasikas were also very great those days. You know, Rasikas meant a lot to the artist. Nowadays, it is a mixed crowd. Definitely, my guru used to say, if there are only 10 people in a hall, you don't have to dilute your concert because you have to play for that one person who has come with a lot of knowledge. So that's how you used to say. So you have to give your best.
So the advent of the technologies, which has developed over years, how do you think that it has played a part in the concerts, and how is it helping the artist, or is it helping or it is not helping? Is there an advantage or disadvantage? What are the advantages that you see, and what are the disadvantages that you see?
Advantages are there are very good halls now, and I mean very good sound system is available in most of the halls, and there are different sizes for the halls also. If the organizer thinks it's going to be a big crowd, they organize in a bigger hall, compact halls, then chamber concert halls, even people's houses. They have all the equipments and they make you very comfortable. Sound system is good, and we also have a lot of variety of those mics now available to use from, and a lot of things are possible, and it has been proved during the COVID times that online also was possible. People I mean comfortably everybody started using the online mode, and for which you need a video camera and a very nice corner of your house to sit and play. So all these things are very good with the technology. Um, disadvantage, I don't see too many, but I feel that when we are trapping the Veena with lot of mics and gadgets, I feel the original sound of the Veena is getting tampered. That's what I feel.
There's a compromise.
I feel, yes, I feel many people, the Veena differs, everybody has a Veena that differs from artist to artist. We should see the sound of our Veena and see whether we should use that particular mic to our Veena, whether it is just because, this is what is available in the market, we should not use. At least I, for one, I believe in a natural sound more than the guitar kind of sound that comes from the Veenas.
Okay.
As far as possible, I try to avoid that.
Oh, that's a nice way of putting it. And now, so there are two questions which is remaining. One is the family of musicians. You are a musician. Your husband is a musician. Your son is a musician. Now you have got a daughter-in-law also. All together, how do you practice? Because நீங்கள் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன், உங்கள் ஹஸ்பண்ட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு கூட உட்காந்து ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுவாளா, உங்களுக்கு கூட வாசிப்பாளா? That's your husband come and sit you and you have a conversation with the instruments and also with the vocal. All these things happen, jugalbandis happens at home?
Yes, definitely. And we really enjoy the jugalbandis. Most of the weekends, that is what we do. So actually, I have a permanent guru in my husband. So he always guides me, because he's a vocalist. So there are some songs, if I don't know those songs, he is the one who teaches me and he guides me how to do. He even helps me, and reviews my concerts, everything. So, and as a family, we all sit together and practice together. I may play in the Veena, and my husband and my son will sing together. That is how he was even nurtured from the beginning. Both of them used to sing together, and say one Kalpana Swaram, my husband does, and my son will do another one. And that's how he used to learn, how to sing. And we have also given concerts as a family. 3 of us, we have given as a family. So there, only with the Shruti used to be different because of the gents Shruti. I used to struggle a little, but I managed with some Veena and some kind of audio proper, and we have given concerts. So say we go to Kanchipuram and such places, we used to give together only. So,
That's
for which we
very
have to
nice to
practice
hear.
together.
Loving thing, because family of musicians always thinking about music, always speak music, walk with the music, eat with the music, everything happens with the music. That's a great thing in the family always, isn't it? You love to be like that.
70% of our time we are talking about each other's music and what did you learn new. That's how we motivate each other. I feel now, even my son tells me that if I ever say that I have some free time, he said, come on, learn a song. Well, who is telling you? That's how now he has started telling me. So this is how we keep asking who has learned which song and who is the composer. And then we also plan our concert, and all three of us put our heads together. Like I want a song in Pratima Devam by Tyagaraja. I don't know which one, what will fit in here. And all of us will suggest, to each other what should come in that place. So things like that. And which suppose we need to learn a song which none of us know, which is the best artist we should listen to and learn that part. And so my husband also gives a lot of tips to my son to listen to, like stalwarts. You hear this part where they have done the manodharma part this way, you will listen to that tilana, this will fit in for your next concert and things like that. So it is like we keep doing, and more on weekends I think we sit together for this.
That's great to hear. So it was a nice journey we had for about an hour now, and we were speaking all these things, and we learned a lot of things about your music learning, and it's a lesson to all of us now. And Veena Tattva Prakashika, you've been a part of it from a long period of time. From the day it started its journey at Mantralayam, you were also a part of it. And
Yes.
can you share with your experience what you feel about Veena Tattva Prakashika? What is that uniqueness that you see in Veena Tattva Prakashika? That
I think the whole concept of the Veena festival, uh, whenever it is being organized by Veena Tattva Prakashika, is everybody looks forward to it, because I feel every time there is a new concept, and all the artists will just really liked the place. When we came to Mantralaya to present, some leg dems, and we all played the Pancharatna together in the Veena. That was the first time, all Vainikas were playing together, and that was a great experience. And there was a lot of vibration in the temple premises, and we all enjoyed it. And we could hear each other's lectums, and whenever they played, because we were all there, and that was a great thing. We can hear the different barneys all in one go in 2 days, 2 3 days time, and we make new friends. We meet a lot of artists because of that, and of course you have been organizing in Bangalore also, and everything goes touchwood like clockwork. It's not mismanaged, and there is no confusion anytime. Everybody sticks to the time. They are given a theme, so thematic concerts are also interesting and challenging. This year also you have given us challenging themes.
not just
And
not me.
we look forward to presenting it well, as much as possible, as best as possible. And more than that, so a lot of new things also come to light when you come give the theme. So the possibilities, what is possible. um, and I also see some new themes in this year's concert, this one also in the invitation. So looking forward to hearing those songs we may not have heard before. So those are all new concepts. And the Veena Tattva Prakashika, which you are organizing, is also organized by the whole family. You are, as a whole family, you all plan together, including your son, daughter, everybody participates and makes it like a homely affair. And we really like to, I mean, it's like coming to your house. It is as homely as that. And this year I think it is in a very grand scale. um, as I see from the invitation and the interviews and the small things that you take care. So these are things we really look forward to.
It's very nice to hear these words from you, and thanks for all the things that you have told in this interview. We are looking forward to hear your wonderful concert on the Veena. You're presenting in Navavarnam, which is my favorite always. I always have an inclination towards Navavarnam. It is something which I always keep listening and playing because it gives a lot of energy to you. Navavarnams gives energy to you. I have to say that. It gives energy booster. So
Yes.
I want to boost my energy by sitting in front of you and listening to your wonderful concert on the day. That you, Hai Hiri, Ragas, you, Bhagavane, Lakshmi Narasimha, beautiful concerts, whatever. You are presenting wonderful ragas, alapanas, all these things. It would be a wonderful journey for us. This year we have a yoga therapy also going on simultaneously with a unique theme because you will be, all the audience will be sitting in a meditation level and listening to the concert rather than being an active participants. There will be a meditative state. They will be in a meditative state and listening to the concert this year. So thank you very much for your time. And all credit, whatever you said about Veena Tattva Prakashika will go to the will be submitted to the feet of Lakshmi Narasimha, who takes care of and everything and guides us through to do what it should be done, what it should not be done. And he is the organizers. We are just his servants doing all these things always. And he puts in everything and say, I'm a very small person to request anyone, you do this, because he tells me, so I request through, because what directions I get from Lakshmi Narasimha, I just request you, and you're so good enough to accept it and deliver it. It's not that I ask you and you have to deliver it immediately, but you're good enough to deliver it. Thank you very much to being a part of our Veena Tattva Prakashika journey. We look forward for this, that we pray God that this journey continues in the future also for a long period of time. Namaskar.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity for the asking me questions, interview and things like that. Thank you so much for that, and wishing you all the very best for more such festivals of such magnitude.
Thank you so much. Lakshmi Narasimha Arpanam.